Welcome to the Learn From Us podcast. It's Paul and Seth. We're here today with the deal of the week. Now, Andrew is not here.
Why not?
We
Where
won't
is he?
say why. He's not with us today. He is
Rest
with us in
peace.
spirit. Yes, he's with us in spirit. So the last deal of the week is I played the role of I was doing a little role playing, and I played the role as Andrew in delivering the info to Paul poorly, and then Paul came up with a guess about a certain property. And now, lo and behold, after 45 podcasts and multiple deals of the week, Tim came up with this brilliant idea to do what, Paul?
We are going to reverse the roles here. I'm going to give you the information, and you're going to tell me how much you would pay for it and what you think it's worth.
Wow. So
So there's a lot of pressure here, by the way, on you.
I'm going to sound pretty foolish.
Well, that's the whole point of it. Not to make you sound foolish. The whole point is to show everybody here that this is not easy. You've been 45 of these podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
7 of them have been good. And
That's right.
we're going to... This is hard, and if I were you, I'd be nervous because you don't want to say something wrong. You don't want to try too hard. I want you to remember that there's no such thing as a wrong answer.
Thank you.
No problem.
Where are we in the world?
Richfield, Ohio.
Where are we with this deal of the week?
Cleveland. It's a Shaker Square. Where we just sold our 300 unit property.
I love Cleveland.
Yeah, we're buying. We actually are owners of this property. We took it over last week.
So you really know about the deal?
That's the rumor.
Okay. Let's see. Why don't I describe it? Tell me about it.
You're the one that's supposed to tell me about it.
No, you're telling me. I'm supposed to guess.
What are you talking about?
I thought this was a role reversal.
It is a role reversal. Tell us about the property. Is it clean?
It's 20. It's 22 units.
Yeah.
22 units. Okay, I got to write this
Write that down.
You know, I got to write A Few Good Men.
Yeah.
Write that down.
And Santiago is the victim. Write that down.
22 units. Okay, let's take a look. This is a corner property that looks like a medieval castle.
It does, doesn't it?
Now, I don't know if we don't want to show pictures or...
I don't know. Are we allowed I don't think we should show pictures.
Okay. So what I mean by that is the facade is very Baroque. Is that a word? Yeah. It's, wow. It's 3 levels, 3 stories.
I feel like there's a $25,000 pyramid where you're just trying to describe something and I'm going to guess it.
Yeah, really? It's got lots of windows and like this trim that literally looks like it's in the Netherlands, like a castle sort of in the Netherlands, I would say. It's clean. There's some trash in the front of the yard.
So not very clean.
There's brown spots in the grass. It looks kind of tied up against some other houses. I'm talking like big, like steeple-like roofs on like a curvature. What are those called? They're almost like
Turrets?
Towers, almost. They look like they have
Turrets?
towers with like
Turrets.
Is that what that's called?
Can I see what you're talking about?
Like that.
Yeah, those are turrets.
Turrets. Okay. So I can't see how you can get 22 units in here.
FYI, this is not the property. Tim. Oh, that is the property. Forget it. Lies.
Oh, okay, lies. Tim is about to call for...
I thought it was a different...
We're doing
Guys,
great
I
here.
own this property.
We're doing great here, folks. You can see how hands-on Paul is.
Yes.
Okay. So all I have is pictures. Tell me about the breakdown of units, Paul.
Oh, that's a great question. There are 2 3-bedrooms.
Okay. Keep going.
There are 12 2-bedrooms.
Uh-oh. That leaves a lot of room for 1-bedrooms.
8 1-bedrooms.
Okay. 8 1-bedrooms. Okay. And what rents are they getting right now?
The 3-bedrooms currently get $875.
Sounds pretty good. No, it doesn't. Keep going.
The 2-bedrooms get $770.
Okay.
The 1-bedrooms get $665.
$665. Now, does size matter on these 3-bedrooms? Like,
Size always matters. No matter what she says to you, size always matters.
okay, so like, obviously, if this is 800 square foot, that's pretty small for a 3-bedroom.
That would not be a 3-bedroom, you're correct.
Yeah.
800 square feet's a medium-sized 2-bedroom, probably on the smaller side.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm assuming standard sizes then.
Listen, this building was built in like the 1920s, and back then units were smaller. Kitchens were smaller, bathrooms were smaller, everything was smaller back then. They were a lot more efficient.
Okay. Do you have a pro forma in front of you that what someone thinks the rents could be?
I have what Andrew and I thought the rents could be.
Okay, tell me that.
We thought the 3 bedrooms could go for $1,295.
Now, I knew that was low because the last deal of the week we did, Fort Wayne, Indiana,
Ages ago.
Yeah, they were getting much more than $875. They were getting $1,500 a month
For a 3-bedroom.
for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Okay, keep going. The
2 bedrooms, $1,125.
Now that seems high to me, but okay.
1 bedroom is $945.
This is really high. Whereabouts in? I mean,
Shaker. Keep in mind,
this seems
gas
really-
is included.
Okay, so my gas bill is like $120 a month or something for a normal person.
Not even during the season.
Yeah,
probably.
average. Okay, gas is included. Whoop-de-doo.
What a dick.
Who pays? So owner pays water.
Owner pays water, sewer. You charge a little bit back, but that's okay. What else do you have to ask?
Expenses. What did they underwrite for the expenses for this place per unit?
$6,000 per unit.
Okay. So
What I would prefer to use to ask me is some things like, what are the taxes? What are the insurance? But that's okay. $6,000 per unit, and we think that that after it's rehabbed, the rents, the expenses actually go to around $6,200 per unit.
Okay.
I don't know where the discrepancy is, but it's there.
Let me use a quick
More
Let
landscaping.
me use a quick calculator and see what we want to come up with.
Okay, hang on a second.
So, what are the taxes and whatnot on this puppy?
Well, you don't have to ask right now because you already asked for the expenses. It's $40,000, and remember, the taxes are
40,000.
increased, but that's included in the $6,000 per unit.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So 26. Let's see. I'm doing the math of what I think this guy brings in on a monthly basis, then times a year.
Ooh.
Let's see what that comes up to. You see, Paul's already yawning in his own podcast. So.
I hate that time of day where it's just like.
So okay. Hold on a second now. I'm getting some places here. So. Plus 13.5. Hold on a second. So what I'm doing, folks, is the income. The 3 bedrooms will bring me $2,600 a month, plus the 12 2-bedrooms will bring me $13.5 a month, and the 8 1-bedrooms will be me $7,500 a month. Does that sound so? So $23,600 a month times 12. $283,200 income per month under what
Per
Paul,
year.
per year. Sorry, that's what Paul and Andrew thought this puppy would bring in.
What about vacancy?
Vacancy is a good. I've learned that 5 is too low and 10's. So let's call it in this city. Let's call it an 8.
Okay.
8%. So we have to subtract our 8% vacancy per year. Okay, I can't believe I'm doing this, actually. I thought I was nervous, but now it's starting to make some sense.
Isn't it, though? You're starting to remember everything.
Times 0.08. So we're losing 22.6 a year to bring our total down to 260. We'll call it 260. Somewhere in that area. 260. Okay.
Okay.
So 260 a year. Then we start hacking off all these other numbers, right?
Well, not yet. There's
Okay.
other income.
Oh, what now? Other incomes are like random fees.
We don't include all the random fees. We only include the ones that are legitimately there. Parking, because there are parking spots there, which is very, very rare in Shaker.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard.
How is the parking?
Not good. It's like 8 spots in the building and then street parking.
So you got 22 units, people fighting for these 8 spots.
Yeah,
or
that's
they're
why we charge a premium.
They're just paying you for it.
Yeah.
How much is that a year?
I think this is low, but he put $6,700 a year.
$6,700 a year.
Laundry?
Oh, you make money doing that?
Oh, for sure.
Go ahead.
$2,200 a year.
Okay.
And then water reimbursement. Us charging the tenants for water. $7,800 a year.
But no, how does that number work when we have to pay the water?
Well, we just charge them $30 a unit per month or something like that, or whatever the number is, 30, 40, 50, depending on
So
the
you're
unit
making
size.
money on the water.
Not making money. We're trying to break even on the water. We're not making money.
Should I just get rid of that number then?
No, absolutely not. It's still income coming in. It's still revenue coming in. You add that revenue number, all three of those things combined get added to your 260.
Okay. So 14.7. So 274.7 is total income. 274.7 is total income on 22 units. Okay. Now we start expenses.
So what are we saying expenses?
So 40,000 for taxes.
Remember what's the per unit expenses?
6,000.
Okay, so how many units do we have?
We have 22 units.
So 6,000.
6,000 times 22, 132,000.
All right, take it off there.
Wow, 132. That's a lot to lose, huh?
Well, it's not that much. It's not even half.
700 minus 132. 142,700.
Okay, then. By the way, this is all when it's rehabbed and done. Don't forget that. You're doing the rehab number in there.
Yikes. Yeah. So
what's it worth? So then what do you have?
Oh my gosh.
What do you think it's worth then, all rehabbed?
So I see. Wow, this is really hard. Okay, so the numbers, what they're currently getting, 870.
Can I make a comment? It's hard because you've never done it before.
Okay.
If I did this to you 10 times in one day, you'd be a lot better at it.
So let's stick, I like the 2 bedrooms. Those are there's 12 2 bedrooms. There's 8
Well, hang on a second.
What?
You have a profit of 142.7 for it all rehabbed and done, right?
Yeah.
So what would you be willing to pay for that? What kind of cap rate?
Yeah. So
this is where
I still struggle with this. You and Andrew talk about the 6 versus 7 versus 8 cap. So it's got to be something in there. We wouldn't even be talking about this. So that means that this return, I've got it. So what number at a 7 cap gives me this number?
Correct. So how do you do that?
We're doing some sort of millions.
So how do you figure that out?
So are we doing like what? No, I gotta go back to.
Here's what you do. Ready? Exactly.
I gotta go back to calculus.
The calculus is your number of X multiplied by 7% equals that. Mm-hmm. So how do you get X?
Yeah. X times 7%. So we need to divide both sides by 7%.
Yep. So what do you get?
So 142.7.
And that's right. You said 7%. I did not, but go ahead.
Yeah. Divided by 0.07 is 2.3.
Nope.
2.038 million.
So call it $2 million.
$2 million.
So according to your numbers, Seth, you have this worth $2 million. Do you know what we had it worth at the end? 1.93.
Okay.
So we're very close. We had it worth 1.93. Seth had it worth $2 million. So you got about the right number that we got. All said and done, rehabbed. Do you follow?
Yeah, but there's still a ton of money you're gonna have to put into this thing.
Correct.
A ton of money to get these 1 bedrooms from 675 to 945.
Do this now. Run the same analysis, but with these rents. It's the same expenses essentially.
Okay.
So what's your rent? So now use the current rents, which were $300 or $400 less per month.
Okay. Give me a second, guys. So I'm doing the.
Here's a little iPhone hack.
What's that?
You can just start adding it all together. Now just type in plus.
Okay. Plus
770.
770
times 12.
Times 12. Oh.
Plus
665
times 8.
665 times 8.
So really quick, he added up the current rents in place, and what'd you get per month?
16,310. We'll call it 16,003. Yeah.
Great. Times 12, right? For 12 months.
Yep. Times 12. 195,720.
Perfect. That's what we got.
720. Well, that's good. It's simple math.
They're not charging any water reimbursement back.
So the water, the 7,800 goes away.
The parking, they're charging about $6,500 a year for parking.
That's what you guys wanted to charge.
Yep. And their laundry is about the same thing.
Great.
So
taxes now.
Nope. So now add this in.
Okay, 195 plus laundry plus parking.
So you have total collected money of
204,620.
Call it 205 to be simple.
205.
Okay, so you have 205,000 on current rents in place and current income in place. You're gonna collect 205. And as I told you, the expenses are about $6,000 per unit, anyhow. So subtract 6,000 unit times that minus that. So how many? So 205. So then do your clear that out.
Minus 22 times 6,000.
That is correct.
minus 22 times 6,000
equals 72,000.
72,600. Okay, 20 something. 72,600. Where are we? So this is the number that what they're saying they're currently getting right now, 72,000 a year.
Oh, you know what we didn't do?
What's that?
Vacancy.
Oh, 10% vacancy.
Or 8% or whatever.
8% vacancy.
Yeah, so take out, what's 8% of 195?
I don't know.
16,000 roughly.
So take away 16,000.
From that 72.
Really?
Yep, of course. It's a vacancy.
Got it. Wow. Okay, so.
No, you did 1,600.
Damn it. 72,600.
It's important to type in all the digits, kids.
16,000. Okay. 56,600.
So, Seth, what you just did there was you took all the current rents in place that they're currently charging,
Yes.
all the fees they're charging, and take out all the expenses they're paying currently. And you got to a bottom line of 56,600. Now, what cap rate do you use above?
7%.
So, same thing there. What are you going to divide by?
Wow. So 56,600 divided by 0.07 gives me $8 trillion. What am I doing wrong?
No, you did it right. 808.
808.
There were
$800,000 bucks.
$800,000.
$800,000.
Okay, we did not get that number. We did a higher cap rate.
Why is that again?
Well, knowing the area, I think we did a higher cap rate in this deal because it's an older property. And we were like, you know what? We got to put some buffer in there for putting more money in the property as time goes on. Do you know what we paid for so what's that value? We get to a value of $750. Do you know what we paid for the property?
So currently, you got to a value of $750.
Yeah.
You bought this.
Yep.
So I know you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way you're paying over $750 for
That
this.
is correct.
And so you would say something like, if this is for sale for $680, I'd like to look into it, but I'd really like to purchase this for $620.
Well, you're close. We paid $675 for it. Did we pay $675 for it? Yeah, $675 on the nose for it.
$675.
So the way we look at it is, we're gonna put $300,000-$400,000 into the property.
And that's something we didn't talk about. Yeah, you got to put a ton of money into this.
Yes,
thing.
but we're gonna get the big rent jump. So we're gonna put. Let's say you bought it for $675.
How are you for sure about this rent jump?
We owned the buildings a stone's throw away for 15 years.
Okay, so
we know the rents.
And this is something where a newbie like me comes swinging in and trying to be a big shot.
And the other thing though is,
clue.
Look what was the end value we got.
$2 million.
We're buying it for $675, and we're going to put $400,000 on the high side into it. That's $1,075,000 going to be into it. Do we have buffer between $2 million and $1,075,000?
Yeah.
That's what we do. We have the buffer in there. We go, hey, if I'm wrong by $100 on all these rents, guess what? It's now worth $1,005,000 instead of $2.
Still making money,
but we're still making good money. Exactly, Seth. And that's what we try to teach people. Don't do the deals that are tight and skinny and I'm going to finagle this. We saw this deal. We asked him what his ask price was, and we go, all right, we're in the ballpark. Let's go further. We did a property. We walked through the property. We found out some things they didn't really disclose to us. So we lowered the price a little bit, saying, hey, you know what? You said this. I know you wanted $750 or $700, but the best we can do is $675. And he said, okay.
Now we've seen so many deals that were just so drastically overpriced that you would like go into this fit of rage.
How did we get this one?
Exactly.
It was a friend.
Did
a friend of a friend.
This hit a market somewhere?
Yep,
or?
This is a friend of a friend. Somebody knew us, and a friend of theirs was complaining that they bought this property. By the way, this person bought the property for $450, so they still did well. So they bought the deal at the right time for the right price 8 years ago when the market was bad. And that's the point, guys. This person didn't manage the property well, and he still made money. Listen to that. Because he bought it at the right time at the right price, that he managed it poorly. You can buy it at the wrong time at the wrong price and manage it perfectly and still do bad. He bought it at the right time at the right price, did a shitty job managing it. Not shitty. He didn't do a good job managing it. And he's like, you know what? I'm done with it. And he still sold it for over $200,000 more than he bought it for.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's what we teach.
Shitty or not shitty, you could just be done with it after a while.
And that's what, by the way, he was just like, listen, I can't put into it what I want to put into it. I'm just done with it. Let's move on.
So one of the first few months that you and I rekindled our friendship is you were so kind to me, overly. And I could never figure out, I always said to you that you were so much more important to me than I was to you because I didn't have much to provide. But you said in an unbelievable way, you said, 20 years from now, you might have a friend that needs to get rid of a multi-million-dollar property. Just think of me and call me. And at that point, I was like, yeah, right. And now, not only do I think it's actually plausible, but this is an example of probably someone thinking, hey,
well, Ramage, look at Ramage. Ramage was a call to Tim, and which was a call to us.
So Ramage is a property in
Maple Heights
that the Crossroads got for $8,000. And I would like to remind folks that they put about 45 into it, and the house might be worth somewhere between 90 to 100, and they think they can get, and they are getting $1,100 of rent.
Yep, person moved in and everything, right?
For the
Tim?
rest of time, right, Tim? Yep. So to find, so to find an $8,000 house next to a bunch of other beautiful houses that probably are worth well more, triple, quadruple that.
Oh, more than that, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. A beautiful house that they flipped. But anyway, so this is
we're built right now. When I first started in the business, Seth, I was calling people saying, "What do you got?" Now we still do that, by the way. Don't get me wrong, but now we're more likely to get a call saying, "Hey, I got a friend who has this property. Any interest? What's the price?" And you know what? It's not for us. What's the price? Well, it's about 25. Okay, let's talk.
So, how is this? I feel like this is right on the cusp.
By the way, you did a great job.
Oh, thanks. That was interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like this is right on the cusp of being over the head of some normal startup and real estate investors.
Everybody who's listening to this right now who's never done a deal is probably going, what the what? But imagine all the things you're good at, Seth. If you talked about chemistry with me, what would I say?
Yeah.
But if you broke down chemistry from day one with me, in a year I'd be like, okay, I have a general idea what you're talking
Absolutely.
about. Look at this podcast room. You had no idea how to do this when you first started.
Mm-hmm.
Then you did a little searching on the internet, and now you do a pretty good job with it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything just takes some guidance. That's what we do. We guide. Because you did a great job here just from listening to us. You never took really notes before.
I never thought in a million. I mean, I never thought 6 months later I'd be able to write all this stuff down and have a grasp of this.
Yep. And you'll be asking more. Like, the only thing I'd say you did, I didn't like what you did. You didn't ask about expenses specifically. You just said, what are the total expenses? So you trusted me on my expense number as opposed to saying, Paul, what'd you do for insurance? What'd you do for management fee? Oh, you did that. Okay, cool. That's the only thing I'd sit there and say that I would teach you further to go.
Yeah, and I think there's probably you have a standard number in your mind about taxes and insurance on these amounts.
Well, the thing about Shaker Square is the highest tax rate in the state of Ohio. That one area is the highest tax rate in the state of Ohio. It's insane.
So why do you like being in there?
You can pay less for the property because of it, and it's a really high demand area because of the university cases nearby, University Hospital and Cleveland Clinic are nearby. We get a lot of great tenants in there.
Wow. Okay. This was fun. This was interesting.
Are you sweating?
I was sweating earlier today.
Are you sweating?
Sweaty balls? It's an SNL skit from like a long time ago. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you much for joining us.
Can I have my phone back?
Oh, yeah. There you go. Did you notice how I hustled through those calculations much quicker than you? I re-listened to some of the podcasts later in my car when I'm driving, and a lot of the dead time is Paul just typing in numbers.
Well, that's not my fault. It's you and Andrew supposed to look pretty now.
That's true. Yeah, we've been running these smoothly.
Yeah, they have been.
Now, listen, I listened back to some deals of the weeks, and we upset him a couple. He's not going to listen to this, but we upset him. So
Did we?
This might be like his Custer's last stand while he's not here. I mean, this might be a peaceful protest.
What was that, Tim?
He was pissed.
What was he pissed?
He's
You guys didn't see eye to eye on a deal.
Oh yeah, that one. That's the one he got mad about. Oh come on.
Yep, he's the kid with the Trump hat just laughing in our face while he's peaceful protest. Okay, all right. Thank you guys for joining us for Deal of the Week. Deal of the Week. Deal of the Week. Andrew brings Paul a Deal of the Week, and Seth's here too.
Perfect.
LearnFromUs.com.
I cannot wait to record that.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.